káàbọ̀ sílé ológun. Ilé ológun. Akíkanjú tó bá lóògùn ní pẹ̀tẹ́ ogun.
Uncle Femi Adedayo, bros, be calming down. Uncle, be calming down. Because you have just been taking us from one realm to another. Guys, what do you think about the movie Jagun Jagun? And if you haven't seen this movie, what are you waiting for? Is it that you don't like this kind of movie? Go to Netflix to enjoy this movie. Guys, this movie, I was skeptical about this movie, to be honest with you guys, because I felt like what's with the old chaotic scene, where with the fight, everything is about fight. But the title of the movie says The Warrior. What do you expect in The Warrior? And also, another thing about it is that Femi Adedayo has been giving us another style of himself. I don't know where he went to. I don't know who he consulted. And he has just been ditching us with different effects, different styles, different stuff, with his tradition, the Yoruba, And also another thing I love about this movie is the fact that bringing great Yoruba actors together, both the old and the new, bringing them together is another thing I love about Femi Adedayo. Hello guys, if you don't know me, if it's the first time, welcome. My name is Ifejola Olushola. I talk about movie reviews, new movies that you guys need to see just to encourage you. Please subscribe to my channel for more. So guys, for those who don't know Jagun Jagun, Jagun Jagun is The Warrior. It's a Yoruba movie that centers around a young man who is determined to become a mighty warrior, and he went to a war school. He fell in love with Agemo, but something happened. For those who haven't seen it, I don't want to talk too much so that it doesn't look as if you know what I mean. Also, one thing I like about this movie, guys, is the old scenery. Everything about the movie was African culture, the Yoruba tradition, the Yoruba culture was there. I love the artistic design, guys. Oh my God, it was so beautiful. To the sound, to the lighting, to everything, even the narrator. Goodness, it looks as if I was seeing all these ancient Yoruba movies, and I'm like, can it be like this? Because I've never been a fan of Yoruba movies, guys. You know what I mean? For those who don't see Yoruba movies, you know what how it could be like. Sometimes the one where you sleep and stay to your TV because this is what they're showing. Yes, that's me. But recently, there's been change in the industry, and I'm super excited for this great star giving us a new style of the Yoruba movie. And guys, who were your favorite actors in this movie? I don't know about you, but guys, for me, my number one favorite actor was Botija, if I'm right to the pronunciation. Lateef Adedimeji's role was dope. I feel he has the best role ever in that movie, and he understood his assignment. He was able to give us, and he could pull our all emotion. We could, Lateef carried us like this in the movie, and we were all glued to the movie. I don't know about you, but for me, he was the best actor in the movie, and he served us so well. Guys, how many of you were expecting Ibrahim Chata in the movie? I was shocked, not until we saw him at the end of the movie. I'll be like, brother, where did you go to since? We're looking for you. Where did you come from? But I think the hangover in the movie explained to us that there's something coming, that there's something we are going to expect in part 2. But me, I didn't really like the fact that he showed up by the end. I felt he should have showed up in the movie, not just the end. And I felt he should have played the role of Odunlade Adekola. I'm not saying Odunlade didn't do his role properly. No, he did his role properly. Just that the problem I have with Odunlade Adekola is that he brings comedy into everything. That's one problem I have with Odunlade Adekola. I know that's his own style. He's a comedian. He's good with he knows how to infuse comedy in his work, but everything is not comedy. You were acting a very serious role, and you just said, oh yeah, support you, Lord. Come on. Remember, we're talking about the ancient time, and you brought in the recent time into. Come on. Now, why I was skeptical about him coming at the end of the movie is that we might not really have that same zeal we had for this part 1, in part 2. Do you understand what I mean? So bringing him towards the end, to me, most of us might have lost that interest. The food is sweet. Go come on meat. You can say no for the chop for you bring meat by the end. It makes sense. Do you understand? Another thing we need to applaud is Femi Adedayo. Oh my God, we can't dispute the fact that Femi Adedayo is a great actor. He's very good. He knows how to plot his 1 and 2. And I respect his knowledge recently. And he has showed us another style of himself. And he has brought out maybe his imagination and all that. Because this old movie was more like, I was in a Korean movie in a Yoruba setting. And you know, guys, it's not not in the wrong way, not in the wrong way actually. So like, because the fact I was saying kingdom A, kingdom this, kingdom that, at some point I was confused why we have so many kingdoms, why we have so many stories. And I feel they were trying to build a story for us to see, which is also good. But if one thing about this movie is that if you're not careful, you might get lost in between. I don't know if I'm speaking your mind. You might get lost in between if you're not careful about this movie. Also, about his character, he understands his role. At least he's the one behind it, so he understands the script, he understands his character. I felt he should have played Agemo. I felt he should have played Botija, and why Botija should have played his own role, because you know, we're used to seeing him at Ageshikole as the king of thieves, and why as the king of thieves. So I was expecting him not to play the same main character. I was expecting someone else to play the main character rather than himself. If he had swapped characters with Adedimeji Lateef, that would still have been better. I don't know, just my own opinion. The character I really loved this movie was Itele. Oh guys, Itele is such a sweet actor that Itele understands any role you give to him. He's a great actor. He knows how to enter his role. He knows how to, you know, play his role so well. You know, he just understands his assignment. He was still the same second-hand man to Femi Adedayo. Maybe that's why Femi Adedayo likes using him, because I think he understands the assignment with Femi Adedayo. That's why he's always by his side. I don't know. But he's another great actor that I'm like, wow. Guys, another thing we cannot say, let's leave. The fact that all the actors went bald, like they carry bololo, that's what we call it. They all were on skin. Like, hey God, the sacrifice in those projects is just something we should just stand up and, like, you know, it's just an applauding. I don't know the right English to say. I don't know the right word to put it, but it's something that we need to applaud everybody involved in this project. This project, it's like this project, they've started in 2021 because the project is dope, guys. Like, some people have said, oh, I prefer Ageshikole to Jagunjagun. For me, I saw Ageshikole, but I didn't really focus on it. But from what I saw with the Ageshikole and Jagunjagun, I still love Jagunjagun. Jagunjagun is like straight to the point. I know Ageshikole also has his own theme as being a thief and all that, tormenting the town. But this one talks about betrayal. This one talks about survivor. This one talks about determination. You know, at some point, even when Ogindiji was now jealous of Botija's skill, you know, I think at some point he was envious of him, so he doesn't take his own power and position. And also the suspense we saw with Agemo. Oh God, when Agemo died, I was so pained, and I loved the emotion. I love the fact that she died. Not like I'm not saying I support that, but it brought more emotion in the movie, and that was another driving force that pushed, you know, Botija to really fight for those he loved. Like, you sent me to do this, I did it. You sent me to do this, I did. And now you've killed the love of my life. So that part I love in the script. As a script writer, I understand that perspective. Sometimes you guys need to cry when you're watching a film. You understand? So I was surprised she died, but at some point I'm like, I didn't see it coming that she was going to be that stuff. For those who haven't seen it, I don't want to talk too much. You know what I mean? So guys, I would advise you to go see this movie. Another thing I respect in this movie is the type of Yoruba they were speaking. Guys, the rhythmic pattern in the movie was something else, and it was so dope. Let me show you some. It was all just the whole Yoruba were just in sync. Another thing I love is the narrator. You know, the flow of the movie just went like this, building each character in each scene. It told us about Ogundiji, it told us about Botija's character, and it was so beautiful. And it made us to realize that there are still some traditions in Yoruba land that it can never be erased. Botija believed in tree. They have their ancestral powers from the tree, and that was what really saved him. Hell, that guy would have died long time ago. And I also like some other actors, the likes of Macaroni. Mr. Macaroni is another good actor that he understands his assignment so well. Guys, there were so many great actors in this movie that you can't even say I like this one, I like that one, but everybody understood their assignment. Everybody understood the work of this art. Another part I love in this movie were the use of lighting in this movie even conveyed another message for us. Some of the lighting parts were so colorful with their costumes. Even their costumes did not conflict with the lighting. And also, who was the art design director in that movie? I really doff my heart for you. You're so good, guy. Though whoever that was in charge of the art design just took us somewhere else. Like, it gave us this, I don't know if you've seen this movie before, Women of Owu vibe. It's so sweet, so beautiful. It's just so, I don't know, guys, go see this movie. I don't know what you think. Just tell me your favorite scene in this movie. Tell me what you really love in this movie. Tell me your favorite part in this movie, because I can't really say everything on my mouth, so I don't spoil it for those who haven't seen it before. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We should encourage others to also go support these people. Last but not the least, Brother Akim Effects. Uncle, please be calming down also. Please, sir, be calming down too. The transition, the costume, the makeup, the SFX was, my God, he really tried. We can't just say, we have somebody we can say we get person for Nigeria will be SFX person. Yes, that's what I mean. We have somebody we can be proud of and we can beat our chest. I know you, bro. I know you. You're in Nigeria, in it. You know, Akim Effect is such a good SFX makeup artist that he knows how to he understands the scripts and he knows how to ditch. If you can see the costume of Ogundiji, you understand that this is who Ogundiji is. Look at the costume of Botija, you know, this is it. So everyone's makeup, everyone's costume aligned together, even the sound, everything in the movie went together. So guys, what's your favorite part in this movie? Kindly leave it in the comment section below, and I'm going to see you another time. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed to my channel. Bye for now.